This will be taken short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy. Of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready. Black 25.
Mike 45. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he stopped immediately there. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. Well done from a safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's a strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game, almost an extra linebacker, and he relishes the opportunities to put a big hit on a runner.
On second down now. It's Jones, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Jameis to throw it. And that will be incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. To throw is Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deone Bucannon. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Every now and then, those guys can get lost in coverage. Quarterback didn't see him, perhaps. But, boy, what a pick. And how about the run back?
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Lavonte David in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Check 26, check 26, 59, ready.
Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And this one's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. And now it's 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Second and 10 now. Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 32 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the 29, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Touchdown, Falcons! Devontae Freeman, 53 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
54. Easy. Watch 54.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue ready. Mike 54. No chance.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Looking sideline, incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 2nd down. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Freeman. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Tuesday.
On 2nd and very short, Ryan airing it out, looking for, and this is caught inside the 5. 39 yards there, a big one.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Ready. Back 25. 54, south.
On the keeper, here's Ryan. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Push him back. Push him back.
A first down throw for Winston. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike, even.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge. To try again after the sack. Winston, he's going to loft one. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 42 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
When you look at the geography, we're staring at this part of the field. Don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. A 5-yard touchdown catch as his guys are back within a single score. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit... Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Lavonte David making his presence felt in the backfield. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Throwaway and incomplete. It's third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check, move. Check, 45 to Mike. Watch the slant, watch the slant. 45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. You're right.
From the shotgun, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves loves this guy. Who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones.
On first down, Ryan. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off inside the 5. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that's a different situation in New York.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Final play of the half here, Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Freeman again, a first down carry. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
It's second and 8 at the Buccaneers
second down, Freeman. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's first and 10.
You can't block me.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Jameis now on first down. And Brake, the tight end's got it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Right there, 54, right there.
Now Ellington. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 42. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Winston. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He's got Evans. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Winston connecting with Howard, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18. Jameis now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. To throw on second and 6. Winston. And now here is another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
On second down, it's Green. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 11. 34 yards there and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes it.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. Blue ready. Check 53. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you
under pressure again, and down he goes again. Desmond Trufant with a sack. The corner blitz hits home. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Winston. Evans has it left side. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
45. 45. Mike, 45. Here we go. Here we go.
The Bucs go for it. It's Winston. Wide open receiver complete. And mark him down all the way inside the Atlanta 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll throw again. Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen as a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
On first down, Freeman. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win. Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons push further out in front. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there. Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, Winston. And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory. Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Ryan wants to throw it. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 38 yards. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Takk McKinley made his way into the backfield. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Winston. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Jameis to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
It's 4th down.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
Mike 54.
Flip it.
Here we go.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. And with that, I'm off to the airport. Charles will be on I-4 back to Windermere as we say so long from Tampa.
Have a nice trip. I'll be home before you even take off.
Lucky.